facility, right? Because our speakers, a lot of them have gone to that format. You've got to kind of, but I don't know if it has to be all the other stuff. Does it?
I do not think so.
Not a whole lot. I thought.
To me, this is set it and forget it.
That's the best way. You can edit it later.
I have to be quiet when I'm talking so that I don't end up on camera.
Yeah.
Which basis?
Which is voiceover for everything else.
But
Yeah.
the other thing that this can accommodate is if we ever really wanted to, but I don't want to get too started on it. No, I just go here into house sound and what sound. So, and we can run that with a simple house code that's there. But I don't want to confuse it right now. I just want it to be standalone. So, again, it's one upgrade that accommodates house sound. When you hear it, you can hear the ringing, the clatter, when it comes through there, when it comes to house sound, unless you're on the microphone, you're not hearing anything. Which, if you were to watch a football game or the Super Bowl and there wasn't the roar of the crowd, you'd go, I want to hear it. I want to hear that. And that's what this does. This allows that house absorption or the in-room feeling because it adds all that stuff and people walking. It's like you leave it. So there's a trade-off, but again, plugging in the house sound you can do that as well, but it makes it simple running.
Well, and it's also teaching them someone that's doing the world and what they don't always have to sit
We're getting feedback in some way.
because you got something up here.
Oh, no.
It's not. Okay.
Sound of silence.
Yeah.
I should have got my glasses. Okay, John, I'm on time. It's 12:15.
Welcome, fellow Rotarians and guests, to the April 4th meeting of the Las Vegas Rotary Club. My name is Toni Kern, and I am honored and proud to be serving as your 101st president of the greatest Rotary Club in the world. Just when you think you get surprised, look at all these people. There's so many people back that we haven't seen in a while. Welcome to all of you, and we have a surprise coming up shortly. Right now, though, however, I would like to ask Sean Sennett and Tanya Wag, please, to come forward for the invocation and our song.
All right, if you will join me, bow your heads, please. Heavenly Father, we just come before you, Lord, with great thanks in our heart. Thank you, Father, for this opportunity to serve your children amongst these fellow Rotarians. Father, we thank you for the blessings that you give us each and every day. We ask for your blessing upon this meal, upon this time. And Father, we ask that as we go away from here, that you would put a veil of protection around us, get us back to our homes, our work, our businesses safely. And Father, we just thank you so much for everything you give us. We give all praise and thanks to you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pray. All right, so today I didn't have time to print out the lyrics, so hopefully everyone remembers the song. It is Country Roads by John Denver. Just the verse.
Just the verse. Good.
All right, ready? Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia,
Las Vegas.
Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. Good job, everyone. That was good. You did everybody's able to sing. I'd now like you to join Sean or Fred to me. In time, yeah. In the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, let's rock and roll. All kinds of good stuff today. First off, once again, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all those people who helped put the meeting together. Doesn't come easy, and it keeps getting more and more fun. But I'll wait till you're done. The time it takes for the people to do these things deserves the acknowledgement by all of us. So thank you for setup to, I don't see Dr. Kathy Mayman today. I didn't think so. So Bob Werner, thank you for setup. Our greeters, Demetrius Kouris and Sean Sennett. Our ticket sales, Bob Kaiser and Lynn Eng, and I think also past President Karen and several others, because we have lots of tickets sold today. Our photographer today will be Paparazzi Perfect, Tina Bishop. Thank you. Our scribe today, I didn't see Andrew. Is he here?
Right here.
Oh, where are you? There you are. Oh, there you are. Thank you. Our AD team, Stuart Bob and David Jones. Our teardown today will be Don Holland and Mary Cohn. And our Sergeant at Arms, Dr. Sappington. Thank you. So, let's go to introductions. We have no international visitors today, do we, Bob?
Well, we don't have Murray today. However, we've got this great over here.
So I can always play the international visitors.
But you're a member of our club, you're not a visitor, so I'm sorry, Demetrius. So that being said, do we have visiting Rotarians from other clubs? I know we have one. That way.
So, thank you.
Mr. President, fellow Rotarians, I'd like to introduce you to my son David. David is from the downtown Rotary Club.
Yay.
In Mountain.
Yay.
I'm David, and I'm here pitching the casino night of the downtown club. We're going to be meeting out at the Wild Horse Country Club in Henderson. It is 2 weeks from tonight. It's Tuesday. Tomorrow is Friday night. So we're going and pitching on the casino. I'm happy to sell the ticket. They're $100.
There you go. You got the important stuff heard. Thank you, David. Are there any other visiting Rotarians with us today? No. Oh, yes. Yes. I'm sorry.
I'm looking like a regular member. This is the third time I've been here. I can't stay away. I'm from the Portland, Maine Rotary Club, and really enjoying my stays at this club.
And thank you for saying that. Thank you for being with us. Any other visiting Rotarians? Okay, just so that you know, these are not visiting Rotarians. It's folks we haven't seen in a while. We'll start with, we're going to hold off on that one. I've got a special surprise for him, Bill. Thank you. David Squire and Jerry Simmons, longtime members, thank you for being here. You'll be talking later today, so good. And then we have Russ Swain, who's finally made it back from his physical activities. We also have, who's this little man sitting right here thinking, Mr. Rodenfeld, good to see you. Nice to see you today. Mike Newborn, you've been able to get away from work, so thank you very much. Trans Hop, Virginia, we haven't seen you in a while, so welcome. Thank you for coming back. Good to see you. Captain Kirk, always a pleasure, as you smile. David Thorson, past President David Thorson, good to see you. I think we've covered everybody. Did I miss anybody that hasn't been here in a while? If I did, I said Jerry. Yeah. Okay, so, next up, Any guests of Rotarians?
I don't even have badge anymore.
Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians. We do have a guest at the club today, and his name is Daniel Fast. He's the Director of Operations with Verizon Event Solutions. He's the second time visiting our club. So welcome, Dan.
Welcome. Any other guests of Rotarians?
My guest is Regina Scala. She's a friend and a former neighbor, and they're very interested in what you all have to say about film.
Yay, that's the draw. All right. Guests of Rotarians?
Yeah, guests of the club. I've known this guy all the way since college, like 10 years ago.
Don't trust him.
So he's the development director with Hope Link of Southern Nevada, Anthony McCrary.
Anthony, you're with Hope Link?
Yes, ma'am.
So Don Lane.
Yes.
All right. He's amazing. You guys are good. So welcome. Do we have any other guests of Rotarians? Okay, guests of the club. We did. Anybody else? You're right there. The two empty seats. And you're just in time. Stay standing. Kimberly McMahon just arrived with a new exchange student. I don't know where you're from, so would you introduce her, please?
Hello everybody, my name is Thea, I'm from Romania.
Wait a minute, hang on.
There's somebody that gets this stuff done.
We just have to go back to this.
Knock it out.
Hello everybody, my name is Thea, I'm from Romania. Here I am hosted in Utah by the Rotary Club of Rotary. Thank you for hosting us this weekend and for letting us have a lot of fun. I'm really excited to be here. I just landed, but thank you for everything.
She's a breath of fresh air.
Now back the other direction, and I apologize.
That's rain of it. That's for sure. That's good. Slightly on the outgoing side.
All right, today, guest of the club, I think he has his own law practice. He does family law as well as personal law. This is his first visit.
I feel the sugar light.
Well, welcome. Glad you could join us. Any other guests of Rotarians or guests of the club that we have not yet announced? That being said, wait, anyone else? Going once? Okay, now we're going to do the guests of at that quick table. I get more now. Okay, so today we have our speaker today. Kim, is it transferred? Thank you. So she's got a lot to tell us. She is brought with us today, and with her is her guest, Christy Holiday. We also have our PEE, Janice Lindsay. So welcome to all of our guests. Good. Okay, yay. Okay. Now, birthday table. We have a birthday table, and all the people sitting there, I'm assuming, are having their birthday this month. So, okay, so those of you that aren't, because Rosalie, you're chewing and you're going feverishly, no. We'll take care of that later. So, right now, for those of you whose birthdays are in April, properly seated at the birthday table, if you would just go around and make your announcement.
Hi, David Thorson, been in the club since 2009, was privileged to be your president for 2016-17. My birthday's on the 22nd of April, and I'm old enough to remember when you went over to somebody's house for a party, they had to give you directions and you had to write them down.
Is.
I barely missed sitting at the birthday table last year. I think I was that into organization factor, so it's my anniversary.
Yay!
And I'm 41.
Woohoo! Almost gonna go.
Hi everyone, I've been in the club, this will start my 11th year, and I'm happy to be in the club. I love serving the community and meeting all my new friends here all the time. And And hoping that my birthday gift will be, I draw the Joker's cake.
Okay, there you go, there you go.
Kurt Holmes, been a member for at least 5, I think 7 some odd years at Russ's Ball.
Yeah.
And I will be 42.
Wow. So, wonderful. Okay, so now, John, is it your birthday month, John Sutton?
That's right.
It's not your birthday month. Wait, what month is your birthday, John? Okay, so for that, you're fined $5 for sitting at the wrong table today. And now I would like to announce the other folks who are not here, whose birthdays are being celebrated this month. Eric Estromecki, Aaron Campillo. Steve, you're sitting in the back because you didn't want to sit at the birthday table. So you have to say something now, and you will be fined. You get fined $10. But you already told me you weren't going to sit there.
My name is Stephen Cohen.
Sounds like
I'm from South Korea. North Korea used to be top 6. But I do not know the Kim Jong-un North Korea. So I want to hear that. And I'm joined this greatest Rotary Club 1996. I enjoyed it very much. Thank you.
And thank you. So $10 for sitting at the wrong table. And also, Annie Nune is not with us. She's gallivanted somewhere in Europe. So happy birthday. With that, Tanya, you would start us in that birthday song.
Wow.
Susan, did you have something? Oh, no. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rotarians. Happy birthday to you. And many more. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to ask Bob to please stand up.
Bob, stand up.
After all these years,
A lot of money or something?
can I say, Bobbin? Are you going to say, I'm still single? So, what is your new status? Where are you, Rodney? There you go. Would you share it?
Yeah, so I'll tell you all real quick. Last year in February, I met a girl on a dating website, and we chatted back and forth, exchanged phone numbers. She texted me, and I called her. She texted me her full name, and I said, hey, is that your real name? Navika is her name, and she said, yeah. I said, it's so interesting. About 20 years ago, I had a friend in high school that had an annoying little sister with the same name. Same girl. After 20 years, I've not seen her. And we are getting married in August. I see a lot of very upset people. I'm sorry.
I wish you the best of luck.
Crazy story. That's all
Off the market, and you are now fined $2,000 for not being here often enough and getting married. Okay, now on to some other less exciting things. Just by way of some background, ladies and gentlemen, some of our housekeeping matters. District Assembly registration is open. I am happy to say we already have about 10 people already signed up. Take a look, ask a question about it if you want, but it's a worthwhile opportunity for you to understand what leadership is about in our club and in our district, and it will be held in Pomona. Also, I draw your attention, if you didn't look in your email, there are some interesting things to get. It's called the highlighter, and it has all kinds of stuff. And you guys will have to ran it 3 times, count it, 3 times. We are in it for our hydroponics project that we did for Booker Elementary School. We are in it for the Rotary Park cleanup. We are in it for UNLV Rotaract, thanks to Liz. We appreciate that. You might want to take a look at it. It's got some very good information. Congratulations for all of you on all of these adventures. Also, coming up later this month, and for those of you that are not aware, every year we sponsor a valedictorian lunch, where there are at least 50 valedictorians from the schools all around the area who come and are recognized. We learn about where they're going to go to school in their college careers and what they've been doing. They're also given some very nice gifts. And we will also be having the president, Dr. Whitfield, speaking to us. So it's a jam-packed, wonderful day. And with all the work that the Education Committee has been doing, thank you, Stu, and thank you to all of the Education Committee folks. Sean shared with me an email, and this is something that I think is important because we get so many thank yous, and those of you members of the club sometimes aren't even aware of it. So I'd like to share one with you from Danette Kirk. She is with the Mountain View Christian School, and she says, "Thank you so much." And this is in response to the invitation. I've had the opportunity to attend in some previous years, and I'm looking forward to it again. May I take a moment to say how much I truly appreciate that the Rotary Club does this for the valedictorians. It is so special, and I do appreciate all the coordination and time spent by those of you who make it happen. Thank you for the honor to attend and see such potential in the upcoming high school valedictorians. That's what we do. That's who we are. Moving right along. Let's see what's up next. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Tucker. Let's go to P.E. Kirk. He has an announcement about the annual fundraiser and Super Bowl. Right there, Chewy.
Oh, no, he's chewing.
You can multitask.
I thought it was somebody else.
So we will not be eating on the 4th of May, but we'll be building a house. So just to give you 300, have a super build that starts at 6 a.m. on Saturday, the 4th of May. Everybody's staying in Chula Vista that weekend. That is part of the build. Right now, there's enough volunteers for building 2 homes. We have reservations we have 2 homes that are on the schedule. One is underfunded at this point, may not make it, but there's enough individuals that have volunteered and signed up to build 2 homes. So if anybody's interested in knowing more about this, please let me know. I'll be happy to give you the inside details about how you would register, what the weekend looks like, how it starts and finishes, and I will share one of my many Rotary moments with you. Thank you.
You were going to talk about real quick the fundraising.
Okay, I'm done eating now. So the 18th of April is like a deadline for raising any more money for the spring fundraiser this year. As it stands right now, we doubled what we were at just in the last week, and hopefully over the course of the next 2 weeks, we'll be getting closer to a goal that I thought was overreaching a little. But so we're getting somewhere with that. It sounds like or feels like the director would like to mention something about raising some money.
Dan Anderson, go ahead.
It's easy. I'll make it fast. It's easy, but I've looked at the stats. We've had 31 donors. Half of them are members of the club. And so there's only been about 15 people. I've sent out 3 group emails, and that's all I've done. And I've raised a bunch. So it really is easy. Talk to your captains and get going if you would. But thank you for the Rotarians that have given. Give 5 or more bucks.
And for those of you that may not be aware, the money that is being raised in this fundraiser is for Kirk's year to go toward the annual programs fund. So the monies that are raised go to serve for his programs next year. Thank you both. Larry Cohn, quick reminder for tonight, please.
Good day, everyone. Yes, tonight is our 25 club meeting over at Arlene's house. Karen will be speaking on the International Rotary and what it's doing. We'd love to have everyone there. You don't have to be a 25 Club member. You get to learn and also have some fun. So we'll see you tonight.
Thank you, Larry. Tucker, if you would take it to David Squire over here, he's going to talk about our last of this Rotary year highway cleanup.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying. Last of this Rotary.
That's right.
She sent me an email and it said, we're going to be here for the last Rotary, or the last highway cleanup. And I said, what? So, the last of this year, highway cleanup, if you haven't been, it's a blast. It really is cool. We meet 9 a.m. this Saturday at right directly across from where Bonnie Springs used to be. But it's still there, so the arch is still there, so you'll find us. Directly across from there at 9 a.m., we walk about a 3-mile stretch, we split it, and it's beautiful weather, beautiful scenery, we make it look beautiful, and then, and only then, do we meet at Jerry's house for our famous brunch. Jerry is doing it up while we're up cleaning up at the highway. This year, I think, or this time, I think he has an inflatable sphere in his backyard, and you too is going to do a gig for us, so you cannot miss this one. All right, so join us on Saturday, 9 a.m. up at Red Rock.
Thank you, David. It's good to see you both back. We're looking forward to it. Now, all the way over to Don Collins. Where is Don? Wetzel.
So next Thursday, April 11th, we have the final Wetzel Award for this quarter, and for Tony's presidency. We'll meet at 2:30 at Nellis Air Force Base, the outside parking lot. The bus will come probably 2:33 or 2:45 to take us in. If you have a real ID driver's license, be sure that you have that. That'll be important. But it's an opportunity to say thank you to some of the unsung heroes within the Air Force that were selected by Nellis Air Force Base senior officers. It really makes a big difference to them. These are young airmen and staff sergeants who, even though they live in the Las Vegas area, they can't afford to go to the Strip and have some fun. But our Rotary Club is making those things happen. So hopefully for that. Thank you.
Don't pass back. Can you pass it to Jason Federico, who's going to make an announcement for us as well? Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. The nonprofit I run, the Gentlemen's League, is hosting a charity golf tournament for Mr. John Wood, one of our own Rotarians, for the Nevada Wheelchair Foundation on May 18th at Stallion Mountain. It's going to be 7 o'clock shotgun start. We're going to have as many of you out there that would like to participate. And don't worry about how you golf because you're not worse than I am. But I drink better than all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for help supporting John. Tucker, would you now come back over to Susan Pietro for the 4-way speech contest area competition?
Thank you, President Tony. Hello, Rotarians and most awesome guests. We have a competitor at the next level of the 4-way speech contest. Her name's Elena. She's from Bishop Gorman, and she is going to do her best to get to the very next level of the competition. It is in your newsletter, where it is, when it is, what time it is. So please take a look. It's on the 13th. And I cannot personally be there. If any of you are interested in going, please do support Elena. She is a bright young lady with a big future, and hopefully a future Rotarian. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. And while you're right over there, David Jones. David Jones?
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones. The Dan Stover Regional Competition.
Thank you, President Tony. We have our competitor, who's coming up. Actually, they'll be competing a week and a half from now. So this room, the Southwest Rotary Club, on Monday, all of you are welcome to have 2 lunches that week here in this room so that you can have that to cheer on our competitor, I think, going all the way.
I hope so. That would be great. And you can sign up in the Green Book. You can sign up virtually. Thank you. If you keep moving toward the door, Tucker, we've got Antoinette. She's got wine and water for us.
Thank you, President Tony. We have wine to water coming out
April 13th, 6 to 9 p.m. It's in the Green Book. Please sign up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Proceeds go to charitywater.org, which helps developing nations build infrastructure for clean water. We're going to have lots of great raffle of auction items. I just got confirmation today that we will have, again, Raiders box seats on the auction. So please come out once again Saturday, April 13th, 6 to 9 p.m. in Green Valley, and sign up for the Green Book. Thank you.
And we're almost getting close to that time. I just have a wrap up of some because I speak faster than most folks. On April 9th, we do have Breakfast with Books. It will be at Beverly Elementary School. It will be the last Breakfast with Books for this Rotary year. If you have not done it, it would be a great opportunity to do so. If you have a job and you need to be there between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, you will be able to attend. It starts at 7:15 with the setup. Kids and their families come. Each human being, whether they can read or not read, speak or not speak, have teeth or no teeth, they get a book, they get a snack, and a story is read. So come join us. Sign up is still in the Green Book and also virtual. We also have a very interesting opportunity. Luann Wagner, who is the wife of our member Al Wagner, she is the counselor and advisor for our Interact Club, which is at Clark High School. They have an event on April 17th, and they are looking for about 10. Are you waiting for me for something or no? Are you? Keep going. I'm supposed to keep going. Okay, they are looking for about 10 of our members to help with something called Mad City Money. Whatever it is, has to do with budgets and finances. No experience is necessary. It's in the Green Book. It's an opportunity for us to be able to help support our affiliated Interact Club. The email from Luann reads as follows. We have an activity coming up, Mad City Money. We need 10 awesome individuals to help monitor activities. It is a super fun scenario for our students to learn about financial responsibilities. The date is April 17th at Clark. We need 10 volunteers from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. to oversee the tables. We will need emails, blah, blah, blah. They can receive their assignments. Bottom line is, for only 2.5 hours, we get to help, and no experience is necessary. So if you can make arrangements to do it, sign up and let's show our interactors what the big grown-ups are like for Rotary and help them out. If you have questions, come see me. Let's see what else is up on the list. Green Our Planet, April 19th. Our job there starts at about 7:30. We do posters to welcome kids, doing encouraging words, and we help set up with the setup of tables, tablecloths, things of that nature. After Hours Club has graciously agreed to assist us, so if you have not yet signed up, please do so. This is going to be the 5th, I think 4th or 5th farmers market that we have done, and the spring farmers market is the largest, and it has a lot of fun, fresh crops, fresh crafts, so join us. Last on the list is a remaining part of our Centennial Project, the Smith Center. It is the Nevada High School Musical Theater Awards. We have been invited on May 12th at 3 p.m. It is a Sunday to come watch that. Our club sponsors a scholarship for the guy, the gal, the actor, or the actress who received the final go to get to New York. So you can sign up for that. And with that, get your tickets out. Word has it, everybody bought tickets, except we are not allowed to. That's just not fair. So I have to pick. Okay. I'm mixing them up, and I was told go for different areas. Okay, so this one is going for the raffle. This one is going for the Lowry's Bucks. And Liz and Tucker have been very gracious to donate some really cool tickets for Neil deGrasse's presentation at the Smith Center, and that's going to be our third raffle ticket. So everyone has a chance to win. That's this one. Okie dokie, glasses on, tickets out, and let's go. Now, do I have a problem with the people with the tickets?
So we have a problem that we didn't sell all the tickets. So the ticket that you have in your hand may be laying on the table and then we draw it.
I'll buy it.
Okay, so I will read slowly and not just the last four because I don't want to embarrass myself like I did last time. Okay, ready? 4, 3, 9, 7, 9, 8, 7. I'm going to repeat it one more time. 4, 3, 9, 7, 9, 8, 9. That's to go for the joker. Do we have anybody?
Oh, that was for the Lowry one.
Last 4, 7, 9, 8, 7.
Sean, you won.
I guess I'm picking another one. Wait.
We have people that bought so many, it's going to take them a little time to go through them.
I'll do this again. Last 4, 7, 9, 8, 7. I don't know how to do it. Oh, wait.
It's over there.
Yay.
Okay, we're going to try again. Sorry about that.
And the tension gets thicker.
Okay, let's try this again. All right, tickets out. Wait, I'm going to try the last 4, see if it's easier. 9, 1, 5, 4. 9, 1, 5, 4. All right, President Richard.
Pick it. You win it. Win it. Stop the insanity.
How many cards? Stop the insanity. Very few. Very few.
Look at all you greedy bastards.
It took us a while to get there. This is it.
Pick it good.
Wow.
I got a tear in my eye.
Wow.
Put the jokers back in there. Right?
Wow.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, if we sold all these this week, it's going to be big. There's only 8 tickets left.
Is there a joker in there? Is there a joker really in there?
Okay.
2 still in there.
So now,
That's incredible.
Barbara gets your tickets. Arlene gets your tickets. That's all you need to do. Okay. Last 4. 9, 0, 5, 5. 9, 0, 5, 5. That would be me. That would be me.
There you go, Jerry.
And 4 cents.
Sherry, see what happens? You show up, and now you get to
I thought Barbara always went. Where's Barbara? Is she here?
Yeah, I think I saw her.
Okay, last one. No, we got one more. Riley.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Neil
Have
deGrasse.
2 tickets to the Neil deGrasse Tyson Physics Lecture, Astronomy Bazaar, at the Smith Center on Sunday, April 14th at 7 p.m. Jerry and I will be there in case you're interested. But here is the winning ticket for that. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Rodney. Last 4 digits, 9022. 9022. Who's going to go see Neil? And if you got it and are going to use them, we will call it another one because it's a great opportunity. 9022.
Yep.
it over there, Sean?
Well, next week we should be up to about 16 down.
If you're embarrassed to say that you have it but don't want it, that's okay too. 9022. All right, let's do another one. Someone's got it, and that's okay. So if you don't want to go, and that's okay too. I think I did something by saying Jerry and I will be there.
Oops.
Okay. Hopefully, stick around. Wait a minute, I picked out two. Just in case. All right. For somebody that's interested in point performance, last four digits: 9490. 9490. 9490.
9449.
If we don't have a winner, we can turn it into an
Not that I
auction.
need it.
Count it here.
For somebody that feels like
Oh, I'm sorry.
He has to be careful.
Okay.
That's right.
He can't get
How many sugars do you have so far? Just
9490.
Yeah.
Okay, Russ, would you be kind enough to jump up a little bit of activity on these? For anybody that's interested to bid,
I'll start it up at $10.
Who was that? Sean. All right. Do we have $20? Do we have $25? This is a great show. They're worth about $25.
You're doing great, Tony.
Yeah.
Feel the grass?
25, 20, do I hear 30? 30, 30 again, 31, do I hear 35?
No, we're at 25. We already are at 25. 30. Do we have 35? Come on. 35.
35.
Past, present, date, Thorson, 35. Sean?
40.
40?
Yeah.
Anybody that's interested in going, willing to spend more than $40?
Which drink?
Up, Dave Thorson. Wait, what? I can't hear you. 100. Jason Frederico, $100.
Wow, nice.
How about going once? Going twice. Jason and his wife are going to see New Degrassi.
He sealed the deal with that one.
And you're not very good. And thank you for the transfer. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we spent a lot of time having a good time. And now it is my pleasure to introduce our President-elect, Janice Linky, who will now introduce our speakers. So we have no fellowship.
Thank you, President Tony. I love the motto of the Nevada Film Office, which is your imagination, our locations. Nevada film industry is privileged to have one of the most famous residents, Mark Wahlberg, who works to bring more attention to filming in our city. Kim Spurgeon, director of the Nevada Film Office, is familiar with the challenges of shooting movies and television shows in Sin City. In 2023, Kim was presented, I get to cuss today, she was presented with the Get Shit Done Award by Governor Lombardo for her exceptional work in state service. I wish I had your job if it meant I got to work with Mark Wahlberg. Kim can shed some light now on growing the industry in Nevada. Welcome, Kim.
So that's what's thank you so much for that introduction, and thank you to President Tina for all, or Tony, I'm sorry. That's all right, Tina can take over. Yes, I Tina initially reached out asking me today on the Nevada Film Office, and I'm really glad to have this opportunity. It's my first time at a Rotary event, and I have to say what fun this is. Yes, and now we've been hooked with this lottery, and I'm really excited about it. And I do have to ask for your forgiveness. My allergies hit me like a ton of Christmas week, so if I'm a little stuffy, I apologize. But we are the Nevada Film Office. We are the state's film commission. We are under the Governor's Office of Economic Development. Okay, thank you. Yeah, we're a division of the Governor's Office of Economic Development. The idea is that we help productions come film in the state. They spend money, hire local crew vendors, and get to put our area on the big screen. It's very exciting. I am the director. With me today is Christy Holliday, our operations coordinator. Rounding out our office is Danette Toller, deputy director. And it's just the three of us for the entire state. There are, most states do have a film commission, and some regional areas have film commissions as well, such as cities or counties. Here in Nevada, we just have one film commission for the whole state. We do cover the whole state. And things like film permits are handled by the local offices, like City of Las Vegas, Clark County, but they are covered in film commissions to kind of promote and market the state for film production. And what do we do? There are a lot of services we offer. We are mainly a facilitator of connections. We help productions looking to film in the state make connections with the locations where they want to film, with the crew and vendors they'll need to make their productions a success. And we also administer the state's film tax incentive program. And I'll talk about each of those in a little more detail. So for locations, anything can be a film location. This restaurant can be a film location, your private residence or your business. These are all film locations, potentially, if you are open to filming. If you think about what you see on the screen and the types of locations there are, even seedy back alleys or warehouses or things that you might not think are attractive, those are often very popular for filming. And on our website, we have a locations database where users can actually upload their film-friendly location for the industry to browse and see if it matches what they're looking for. So I do encourage any of you, if you know of a location like that, to check out our website, nevadafilm.com, and see if you would like to submit your location photos and details about your location that would be promoted for filming. Like I said, we do not issue film permits. That's done by the local jurisdictions, but we do help people identify what permissions they need in order to film here. So again, we make those connections with the resources they'll need to be able to film here, as well as we maintain the private and public contacts that they'll need. Contacts for casinos tend to be very popular filming locations, different types of public entities. That's our responsibility to know who those folks are and make sure we can connect them with productions looking to film here. We also maintain a database of crew and services through our Nevada Production Directory. So that's folks in the industry, typically freelancers, who work as wardrobe costume designers or makeup artists, or bricks or electrics, different positions that are used by the film industry. When they come to town or when local productions film, they need those crew members to be on set and help make their production a reality. And we maintain a database of those folks who work in the industry and make that connection. It brings jobs to our local folks, which again stimulates the economy. We also included in our directory have local services available. So if you need to rent camera equipment or lights or anything that can be rented props, those resources are available in our Nevada Production Directory as well. And we also administer the state's film tax incentive program. This is just kind of the details that may not mean a lot to you guys, but essentially our program is a transferable tax credit. The production earns a credit by spending money on qualified costs in Nevada. That can be things like hotels and car rentals. It can be things like hiring local crew members or spending money at local restaurants or stores, things like that. All of that is considered a qualified cost, and they can earn starting at a 15% tax credit for that. It is transferable. Most productions, because Nevada is such a tax-friendly state, we don't actually collect a lot of taxes. They sell that credit to someone who can use it, like a casino, like insurance premium tax is one of the taxes that can be used for it. But they monetize it by selling it to a buyer. They earn it by spending qualified spend in Nevada, stimulating our economy. These are just a few of the productions who have gone through our incentive program. You'll see a lot of low-budget independent feature films as well as reality shows up there. Compared to other states, we do have a smaller program. And I'll show you that. Yeah, so you'll see the colored areas are states that have some type of film incentive program like ours. And ours is on the lower end. It's funded at $10 million annually. If you compare it to a state like Georgia, you may have seen, Georgia Peach made in Georgia at the end of a lot of films. That's because they took advantage of the state's tax credit program, similar to ours. But last year, Georgia has an uncapped program, and they awarded $1.4 billion to productions who filmed in that state. Now, in return, Georgia has gotten a lot of investments in the infrastructure there. So they have studio facilities that compete with LA and New York now. Because of this tax incentive program, they support small businesses who support the industry. So compared to our $10 million, 1.4, of course, that's the highest. But for instance, New York State has $700 million in tax credits available. Our closest competitor, New Mexico, who has a good program, has a $125 million per credit along. So that just gives you an idea of where we are within the realm of these tax incentive programs. We also have other services. We market the state, like I said, to productions who want to film here. It is a bit of a competition between us state film commissions where we try to get the productions to our areas because we see the value in jobs supported and businesses getting revenue from those productions. We also attend industry trade shows. We support the local industry through community enrichment. We recently had a panel where we partnered with the Entertainment and Sports Law section of the Nevada State Bar to give a presentation on, law, entertainment law for filmmakers, where they provided their expertise gratis for our community. Just typical things that filmmakers may need to be aware of law-wise when they come film here. And we look to expand that workshop series to provide education and benefits to our community members who are here. And we also do things like support community cast and crew screenings of local films that are made here. We have one coming up next month who qualified for the incentive that's ready to be shown in a theater, and we're proud to support things like that as well. Jobs. I really love the mission of the Rotary Club and knowing that we work so hard to provide opportunity to young people, because I really think that's what I love most about this industry is the opportunity it provides. In terms of jobs, pretty much anyone, any skill set can find a role within a production. You've got the creatives of hair and makeup, you've got the technical of lighting and camera, you've got accounting that a lot of people don't think about. So I think any skill set can find a role within this industry. And it's also not required that you have access to that higher education. Now, we do have great programs here in Las Vegas. UNLV, CSN, and Nevada State College all have, Nevada State University now, all have really great programs educating folks in this industry. But at the same time, you don't really need it. It's great to have. I always advocate for more education, but for those who can't access that, or that's not an attainable option for them, any walk of life can join the film industry, and they are welcoming. And like I said, any skill set can find a job there, and that's what's so exciting. It is a union-based industry. Not all productions are union signatory. We are a right-to-work state here in Nevada, so you have the lower budget films that aren't union, you have the higher budget studio projects that are union, and those are some really great wages that people can earn working these jobs. And this I stole from our friends over at the Oklahoma Film Commission, where it's just a list, and it's not even a complete list of all the different jobs that can be held by people within this industry specifically. You'll see a lot of things up there that maybe you didn't think about in terms of music. We need musicians to make music scores for films and TV. We have stunts, we have pyrotechnics, we have special effects. a lot of different things contribute to the film industry, and not only the direct jobs, but the businesses supporting this industry as well. And you may see some of your businesses up here and not realize that the film industry could be a potential customer for you, because we do rely heavily on restaurants, accommodations, lumber for construction, props, materials for constructing sets. A lot of things are supported by the film industry that are also just general businesses needed in areas. And so we like to see this industry as a source of revenue for those businesses. And that sums up what I have to tell you. This is how you can get a hold of us if you would like to. But at this time, I think I am ready for questions if you have one. I talk fast.
Yeah, no, I love that. Okay, so Bobby's going to go right.
I'm gonna run as fast as possible.
I mean, Tucker.
I hope there's a lot of questions because we have time for that today.
Thanks for being here, Kim. My daughter is an associate producer of Home Garden Television right now. She's doing her third 6-week shoot in Myrtle Beach right now. So as her dad, I need to make sure she's aware. She's probably already on top of your getting in your database and all that. But just in case, is that something that they do online, or do you have to come to your office so I can pass it along in case she's not in your database?
Yes, that is something that's done online. She would register for an account online, walk you through the process. She would include her credits and just a description about herself and indicate what categories that she's available to list in. But I would encourage her to do that. It is $25 per category per year to list.
Kim, thank you. You mentioned UNLV film school connection, and I wanted to ask whether there are any plans to build studios or sound stages and maybe a closer accompaniment for the film school. It seems to me that those two together would be very synergistic, making a lot of higher place to be able to do this.
Yes, right now there is a lot of interest. You may have seen some headlines recently about certain companies wanting to build studios in Nevada. One of the groups is connected to UNLV, looking to build a media lab on a studio campus. So I will take a minute to address some of that specifically. You may have seen the headlines that Sony is building a studio in Summerlin, and I have had to unfortunately quell a lot of enthusiasm about that, because what happened, the news is doing us no favors by not explaining it fully. But what happened is the Clark County Zoning Commission voted to approve the rezoning of that land by RC Billy to allow for the building and the operations of a film studio. So far, that's all that's happened. The CEO of Sony has indicated that the commitment to actually build is contingent upon the state expanding the film tax incentive program. Now, I mentioned earlier how ours is currently not competitive. Sony is committed to spend, they said, hundreds of millions of dollars in Nevada if the state changed their tax incentive program, because they're not going to go to a state that doesn't offer a competitive tax incentive program when other states do. Although there is a lot of interest for the industry to be based here, because we're so close to LA, because we have the similar industries in terms of sports and entertainment. We already have that infrastructure here, so it makes sense to be here. There is an indication from Senator Legg, who sponsored a bill last year that did not pass, to bring that bill again forward this next legislative session. And she is working with a development group who has partnered with UNLV to build that media campus on their land, should the bill pass. Wow.
Hi, Kim. Thank you very much for presenting to us here at Las Vegas Rotary. I think this, where you just were, dovetails into what was going to be my question. This studio in Sherman, there's a guy who lives here locally, his name's Mark, and supposedly he was going to be bringing a studio to us. Is this one and the same project?
So Mark is associated with the Sony Howard Hughes group working on the Summerlin project, which is separate from the development company working with UNLV on the media campus for that. That would be at the Heritage Technology Park. So there's a lot of interest from different groups looking to build.
And I think you've already answered the main question I was getting to, is how close are we, and where are we at in the process?
So yes, this is the Clark County Zoning Commission meeting that happened is just one step of many that needs to happen in order to get the industry here. And almost all of it is contingent upon the state changing the films tax incentive program. Our state legislature meets once every 2 years. So we are not in session this year. We will be in session starting February of 2025. So that's when you'll start to see bills introduced and more news coverage in terms of what's being proposed.
Thank you for being here today. Very interesting. I wanted to have you dig into why we don't get as much, where the cost benefit analysis and where the resistance is.
Yes, that is a very good question. So these tax incentive programs do cost states money in terms of ROI back to the state. In terms of every dollar that's incentivized, the state doesn't collect all that much in taxes. Again, we're a very tax-friendly state, so we don't collect that much back to the state's funds. The benefit lies in the economic impact of the local economy. It acts kind of like a stimulus where it's injecting all of these funds. You know, when productions come in and spend money with the local vendors and hire local people, that injects money into our economy, and that's where the benefit lies. But it is in our state's constitution that the budget must be balanced at the end of the legislative session. So in terms of the $1.4 billion that Georgia gives out, our state is going to have a really hard time finding that in our income to be able to cover that. So that's why it's a hard ask at our legislature to expand the program, because we have to find where the general fund that comes from in order to be able to cover it.
Any other questions? Okay.
My question is about artificial intelligence. Has that been good or bad for the industry? Because sometimes when I get to watch an old Western movie, there's nothing like the scene from Nevada, Utah, Arizona, like the real thing.
I think AI is a mixed bag, and it's going to depend on how it's used. There are a lot of ways that it makes filmmaking easier and faster and more affordable. But we also have to remember that AI shouldn't replace jobs. We have, for instance, visual effects artists, where we don't want to replace their work, but can visual effects artists use the technology to make their jobs easier? It's a balance that I think has to be struck, not only in this industry, but in every industry, in every facet of our lives. It's going to be a conversation moving forward. It's kind of touched upon in our industry a lot. Last year there were some strikes through the Writers Guild and the Actors Guild, both centered heavily around the use of AI and protecting the jobs of these people who contribute now to make sure they're not replaced by AI. So I think AI, for this industry and in general, it needs to come down to responsible use and coming to a worldwide understanding of how we can use this responsibly.
Years ago, you used to print a beautiful book with all the advertising and services locally. And I know we had a presentation here probably 20 years ago, and I was amazed that the cost was $25 a year to advertise that Nevada film was put in this book. We used to take that book and send it to production companies. They've since gone away from that to everything online. So what solicitation do you do to the production companies to send that out so that local businesses are represented?
Well, I'm impressed that you remember that. Yes, we did used to print a physical book of our crew directory. We stopped that during COVID due to, one, primarily budget cuts, and two, we are, as a society, leaning more towards online opportunities and not printed things. So those are the two main reasons why we don't do that anymore. But we do find that when productions are looking for resources, they're able to easily find it online. And it stays current that way as well. With the printed directory, if someone wanted to add their credits and say what they worked on recently or moved or changed their phone number or something, they can easily edit that in the printed book. So we find that the online version works, is more current and more effective in that way. And just we have moved more into an online society for information. And whenever a production calls our office, we always refer to that crew directory on our website, send them the links of the specific things that they're looking for to make sure we're promoting our local resources.
I get it first. You may not be the person that asked this, but growing up in Las Vegas, I have this question because it seems like things have changed from what it used to be.
Really?
Years ago, yeah. Years ago, I thought that you could not film in a casino, and you could not film actual money. But it doesn't seem to be the case. Did they change the law? Was it a law? Was it, do you know?
I have only been in Las Vegas since 2005. So in terms of going back to how it used to be in the before times. I'm not sure exactly. I will tell you that in terms of money, productions don't film actual money. What you see is very, very skillfully crafted fake money, prop money. And I would like to share a funny story if you don't mind. I was working on the production before I started at the film office. Now You See Me. It's about some musicians in a Las Vegas show who steal money from this bank in France. And I worked on it. And they have just stacks and stacks of prop money. If you've seen the film, you've seen the stacks of prop money that they've had. So at the production office, we were based out of the Aria Hotel and Casino. We decided to have some fun, and we had a big duffel bag full of this fake money, and we started going through the hallways of the hotel, not even the casino. We were just in the hallways of the hotel with this bag of money. Within minutes, security was on us, asking us what we were doing and what we had, and we had to show them that in fact this was not real money, and had to face up one of the producers on the film all the dollars. But we were just impressed by casino security in that respect. And we have found that while the Gaming Control Board is very strict about what can and can't be shown on screen or what they can do filming-wise, casinos are fairly film-friendly to productions that don't tarnish the image of Las Vegas. They're very sensitive to that.
And we have something just very obtuse, but it comes off with your subject matter. PPE Janice has a mind that's more creative than one can imagine. So she's got a little trivia.
Here you go.
So, yes, so,
Both have 2 mics.
my handwriting is horrible, so I'll do the first one. And then, what state has the most movies that have been filmed?
California.
Just yell it out.
California.
I don't know, all the sound. New York, who said New York? Thank you. What location in New York?
Brooklyn. Central Park.
Central Park.
Central Park, correct. All right, how many movies have been filmed in Nevada?
20.
Way You were involved with 5, that's pretty impressive.
175.
Now this is like of all of Nevada's existence.
Oh.
20,000.
All right, 7,000.
Yeah.
How many movies have been filmed in Las Vegas? Today. Surprisingly, 130. So many parts of Nevada. Yes.
Wow.
And then,
Name your favorite movie.
can you name some famous movies filmed in Las Vegas?
Leaving Las Vegas.
Casino, Ocean's 11. What else?
Leaving Las Vegas.
Damn, that was not
Cherry 2000. Cherry 2000.
Okay, just a few. Did anyone say that?
Wait, which one was it? What is it?
The Hangover? We have Casino, Hangover, Ocean's 11. This one I'm surprised. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Is that what it's called? Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Come on. The older he said Dinosaur Forever. That's good. Oh, I didn't know about that one. Yeah. Okay, and I think our last question.
Airlines or something.
I'll read it. I touched on this. Let's see if you pay attention. What state has recently become known for filming?
Georgia.
How many feature films have generated out of Georgia?
$1,500.
I was surprised by this. We're talking actually feature films, right?
600.
700, close.
Wow. Good guess.
Price of current rules. That was fun, thank you.
Okay, so now, I have something for you. First of all, let's thank him. Everybody's been waiting for this. It's like movies, Las Vegas movies. This is great. So in appreciation for taking the time to come and join us and speak, we would like to present to you our centennial Rotary Club, 100 years. We turned 100 years old last year. And additionally, we'd like to provide you with the Salute to Service Award, which represents a donation made in your name to the USO Military Family Programs, support programs. Wow, what a day. Bob's getting married. We see David and Jerry, all these fun things. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, in keeping with the theme of our RI President Gordon McAnally to create hope in the world, and as American anthropologist Margaret Meek said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. I'm hearing a hum. I've only got one more sentence, so let me get it out. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has, and with that, see you next week. Meeting adjourned.
There. That's what I really. That's what I really wanted.